Crystal lattice. The main characteristic of crystalline solids is a regular and repeating pattern of constituent particles. The constituent particles can be molecules, ions, or atoms. So consider the three-dimensional arrangement of particles. This arrangement, that is three-dimensional arrangement of particles, can be represented diagrammatically. Each particle is depicted as a point. So a regular three-dimensional arrangement of points in space can be called as a crystal lattice. Each point in a lattice is called lattice point or lattice site. Each point in a crystal lattice represents a constituent particle, and the particle can be an atom, molecule, or an ion. Now, how are the lattice points joined? The lattice points are joined by straight lines. That is to bring out the geometry of the lattice. What is meant by unit cell? Unit cell is the smallest portion of the crystal lattice, which when repeated along different directions generate the entire crystal structure. A unit cell is characterized by edge lengths A, B, C and angle between the edges alpha, beta and gamma. So unit cell is characterized by 6 parameters, 3 edge lengths A, B, C and 3 angles alpha, beta and gamma. Now alpha is the angle between the edges B and C. Beta is the angle between A and C, whereas gamma is the angle between A and B. There are two types of unit cells, primitive unit cell and centered unit cell. In a primitive unit cell, the constituent particles are present only at the corners of a unit cell. Centered unit cell. When the constituent particles are present at positions other than corners, in addition to those present at corners, it is called a centered unit cell. It means the particles will be present at the corners. Along with that, the particle will also be present at some other position of the unit cell. Centered unit cells are of three types: body-centered, face-centered and end-centered. A body-centered unit cell is shown here. Where do you find the particles in a body-centered unit cell? The particles are present at the corners. Along with that, one particle is also present at the body center of the unit cell. Thus, in a body-centered unit cell, particles are present at the corners as well as one particle is present at the body center. A face-centered unit cell is shown here. Where do you find the particles? The particles are present at the corners as well as the particles are present at the center of each face. End-centered unit cell. In this case, where do you find the constituent particles? The particles are present at the corners as well as the particles are present at the center of any two opposite faces. There are 7 primitive unit cells and their possible variations as centered unit cells. They are cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, hexagonal, rhombohedral, monoclinic and triclinic. These unit cells differ either in their edge lengths or in their angles alpha, beta, gamma. Let us now try to calculate the number of atoms in a unit cell. For example, consider primitive unit cell. In a primitive unit cell, the particles are present only at the corners of the lattice. Now, how many corners are there for a cube? 8 corners. Each atom at a corner is shared between 8 adjacent unit cells. Therefore, only 1/8 of an atom actually belongs to a particular unit cell. So, how can you get the total number of atoms in one primitive unit cell? It will be equal to 8 into 1/8. 8 corners and each corner has a contribution 1/8. So, 8 into 1/8 is equal to 1 atom. A body-centered unit cell is given. How can you get the total number of atoms in a body-centered unit cell? 8 corners are there and each corner has a contribution of 1/8. So that gives you 8 into 1/8, which is equal to 1. Along with that, one atom as a whole is present at the body center. So the total number of atoms will be equal to 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. Face-centered unit cell is shown. Atoms are present at the corners as well as at the center of each face. So from the corners, that is 8 corners, we get the total number of atoms as 8 into 1/8, which is equal to 1. Now consider the atoms present at the center of each phase. What is the contribution? Half. How many phases are there? 6 phases. So what will be the total contribution from the phases? 6 into 1 by 2. 6 phases, half contribution. So 6 into half, which is equal to 3. Thus you get the total number of atoms in phase-centered unit cell as 1 plus 3, which is equal to 4. Thus the total number of atoms in a simple cubic unit cell will be equal to 8 into 1 by 8, which is equal to 1. In a face-centered cubic unit cell, it will be equal to 8 into 1 by 8 plus 6 into 1 by 2. That gives you 1 plus 3, which is equal to 4. And in a body-centered cubic unit cell, the total number of atoms will be 8 into 1 by 8 plus 1. That gives you 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2.